All right, good evening, everyone. This is the Geek Posium. This is Darren, and we don't have an intro because I didn't have time to finish the thing. I did get a couple music things done using the power of AI because we can't afford musicians.
Well, we can't afford musicians, and musicians we can't afford won't talk to us.
Yep, that's another issue. Uh, as people are blasting their radio at 8 o'clock at night outside
Uh,
of my door in 20-degree weather, and I'm like, okay, all right then. That's
it's kind
okay.
of funny. I haven't been outside my house in like a couple of weeks because it's just been non-stop snowstorms.
Yeah, yeah.
And today it finally got above 20. It's still below freezing, but it finally got above 20. So in I went outside in a t-shirt and flip-flops to go turn my car over.
Mm-hmm.
Used it in 2 weeks. And as I realized, it's like, I'm not cold. Why don't I? Oh, I'm acclimated to Ohio. God damn it!
No, no. See, it got to like single digits here, and I was like, nope, I'm freezing. I am freezing. There is a terrible draft in my house. I've been sleeping really well because it's hitting, even though I have the temp like the heater cranked all the way up. It's stopping at 60 in my house. I'm like, okay,
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
it's been. Yeah, I just turned my heater down today.
Yep, no, no. I've been right there, and I'm like, it is cold. I do not care, but I'm sleeping very, very, very well because
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
been.
used to sleeping in con rooms where we
Well,
crank the temp down.
that's. I got you. I'm a little bit mad at Neil because Neil always cranks it down to the. Has always cranked it down to the point of being uncomfortable and getting sick. And
I
now I'm just
don't.
used to it.
There you go. Well, there we are. For me, I just pass out in that weather,
Yeah.
or in that temperature. Um, nothing. There's not a lot going on in the world, for tech or anime this week. Um, a lot of the newer shows are out. There's a weird anime on Netflix about a guy and a girl who are living together and they're engaged. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
okay,
the arranged marriage one.
yeah, yeah, and now his sister's living with them, and like the sister's like the perfect girlfriend. I'm going,
Oh
okay,
Lord.
all right, okay. Well, the only bad part is,
Only bad part.
is it's his sister, and I'm like she's sitting down in his lap, and he has his hands over her hands while she plays, and she goes, "But I like it when you hold my hand while I play." I'm going, "That's adorable. You're siblings. You are siblings."
It's okay. I watched a Raymo back in the day.
Uh, no, this is far worse than a Ramo. This is far
How
worse.
can it
It's
be
like,
worse? How can it be worse than the anime that whose full name literally translates as "My I can't believe my little sister could be this cute."
because that one at least bait and switched you. That one, this one,
There
there's
was
no bait and switch. There's no bait and switch here, buddy.
what you mean is a Raymo reverse bait and switched you to bait and switch you.
If there was a bait and switch, okay, I
Because
was
it's
like,
up
oh,
front with what was Raymo was up front what was going to happen. It's literally in the name of the title.
uh, listen. When you
I
when
just
you play the
reverse
bit
bait
when
and
you
switched you
when
that it
you
was
when you
not going to happen, so
when
that
you
they could
play the
bait and switch you
visual
that it was
novel,
going to happen.
when you play the visual novel, you do not have to choose a sister. You can choose her friends.
That's the
Her
visual
friends are
novel.
an
That's
option.
not the manga or the
I
anime.
don't care. I don't care. I don't care. The point of my saying is it was completely and totally left field all of a sudden. What the fuck? In like the last 3 episodes. Before then, you're like, okay, all right. He's choosing the not weird route. He's choosing the not weird route. He's choosing the goddamn it. What do you do here? Anyway,
Uh,
um, watching that solo level season 2 is out. Um, I'm waiting for solo level abridged season 2 to come out. Have you watched any of that yet?
no, I have not.
You have to watch see. You have to watch either the anime or the abridged series. Either or will work. You'll get the gist of the overall story either way.
Either way.
But the abridged series just takes all the weird things that make you go, well, what if this happened? And they go, let's make that happen in the actual show. So it's just one of
Yeah.
those things.
See, I caught
There's
up to the new. I caught up with the new Kenshin. Excuse me, Rurouni Kenshin. That's pretty.
I
That's still pretty good.
I need to get caught up on some anime on Crunchyroll I was supposed to watch, but I've completely forgotten the name of. Like I just haven't had time to watch anime. It's my number one
Neither
issue.
have I.
And even now, I'm just like, what do you do all day, Darren? I put in job applications, and I'm beginning to think there are no jobs in New Jersey. Begin to think that
There are no jobs in New Jersey.
and there are no jobs. There are no jobs in New York. I'm like, all right, okay, I see
You
you.
gotta head south.
I'm thinking about just texting Neil like, hey Neil, do you mind if I crash
Move
in
in.
your place while I find some work? Because I'm reaching that point. I'm like, okay,
Oof.
I can't find fucking work. I can't find shit. And
If you crash with him, you gotta get your license though, because he lives out in Culpeper.
is there no fucking work in Culpeper? Like
There's no public transportation. It's country.
like I can't get a fucking
Like
bike and
he lives in a suburb, so you might
okay,
be able to get an Uber,
that's fine.
but or an exurb. But Culpeper Country, it is rural, my guy.
All right. Well, I just need like a gas station job while I get a remote job, essentially. Essentially.
Essentially,
That's like all I need is something because like there's nothing. I have applied for day labor job and like they're not hiring. They say they're hiring
jeez.
and they're like,
But
oh
they
yeah,
say they're hiring because they want an lemonade in there.
they say they're hiring and then like I go, hey yeah, I've done this work before, and then they go, oh yeah, no, like we chose someone else. I'm going, you said immediate hire. You need people immediately, and you have 20 applications here. How many people did you need?
Not you.
Not me, apparently. Like, okay, fine. Well, there we
Let's
are.
see. Culpeper County. I'm just looking in general for Culpeper County for you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, everything that pops up for me is lawyer jobs.
I will take a labor job for the first couple months
Not
as long as
labor,
I
lawyer.
labor. I'm asking. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
I
will
know.
take.
Trying to find that. Um, see, youth soccer coach, but that's only going to be weak. Sales rep, sales rep. Yeah, there's jobs.
Okay, as long as there's jobs, I don't really care. Because right now there are no jobs where I am, and it is driving me up the wall. And like they say there's jobs, but there's no jobs. There's no. I'm beginning to think that there is no hiring crisis. There's just a people keep these jobs open forever and they don't close them crisis.
I think they're trying to do. I think they're trying to bullshit what they're trying to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're trying to bring foreign workers in.
yeah. Well, I hope that Trump turns that down into nothing. Like, yeah. So we only have like 20 of these now. So good luck.
Yep.
What is this now? Don't care. Anyway, in bullshit VTuber drama news, a Hololive clipper who isn't actually well, he clips Hololive people. He doesn't actually like work with them.
Yeah, there's just a clipper.
And well, some clippers like they're friendly with the people that they clip for.
Yeah.
You know, they're at least on like speaking terms. They're part of the Discord. They talk.
Yeah.
They if someone says, hey, that's too far, they'll pull back.
Yeah, because
Whatever.
it's good. It's in the interest of the VTuber to have. It's in the interest of the VTuber to have someone clip your stuff so that you get discovered, and it's in the interest of the clipper to have a good relationship, so you don't get DMCA'd out the ass. It's technically not your content.
Yeah, it's also just to it just makes you look like a general better person.
Yeah.
Like Ponko complains about lazy Clipper, but it's more like a she screams because it's funny type of thing. Like she's not actually
Yeah,
angry; she's just play acting angry. Um,
yeah,
but he saw the new VTuber Nimi Nightmare,
yeah.
who we all know who she was
We
beforehand.
all know who she
But
is.
well, like I sat there and I went, I know that voice, and I kind of moved it on. I'm like, oh, change the voice slightly. Okay, moving on.
Slightly.
You don't sound like you're crying anymore. That's good. I'm like, okay, great. And then I kind of moved on. I was like, okay. Because again, it's still not my content. I
Yeah.
watched for a little bit, still not the content I like. I need my VTuber to either be very uncomfortable or just unhinged a little bit, one or the other, which is why I'm usually watching Sad Girl Company content.
Yeah. None of that GFE shit.
No, no. Listen, if you are to say so, I don't want to watch you unless you're Henya. Because Henya gets uncomfortable. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Poor Henya. But that's all it. So anyway, so he made a comment on the debut of Nimi having like merch. And I went, okay, well that's nice. She's got merch set up. So either she was planning this prior, or she has a manager that is really on the ball.
She had a month of runway.
Probably something like that. I'm sure she probably had more time than that because she was the one who
Yeah.
announced. You know,
But even though she's like, yeah, I'm leaving in a month, even if that was like, hey, you're getting graduated in 30 days, it's like I have a month of runway. I can negotiate with another company. We can get
time.
stuff rolling.
Time. There is time. Kind of surprised she just didn't rehash the original indie she had
I'm not
prior.
I don't know what her original indie was.
It's like Lemon Leaf or something like that.
Okay. That might be too on the nose too.
Mm, don't know. Green Woman to Green Woman. I don't really care.
Whatever.
Whatever. Don't care. But like he kind of made a commentary on it, and like I looked at it and I said I don't really care, and I kind of moved on. But like the other VTubers who have been doing this for a while were like offended. And I was like, "Oh, you're dead, dude. You're dead."
Oof.
And he kept it up. He kept the post up. I'm like, dude, just kill it. Kill the post. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I had a opinion. No one liked it. I'm moving on.
Got time to move on.
But he's I'm like, why are you like, okay, whatever. I don't really care that much. And people making commentary like I don't really care. I don't, like I said, I don't care. If you have merch set up for your debut and you already have an audience, good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. Go with it. Run with it. Not my thing. I will probably not do an actual debut for anything I make until I have something established prior. Whether it's a
Yeah.
company or a corporation to push things forward so people get excited over things, or a already previously established person who is just getting a re-debut, you
Right.
know, a 2.0 model, if you will. Oh, did I tell you the the New World Order Trump inauguration stream got taken down?
Oh yeah, everyone's shit got taken down. Except everyone's crap got taken down except somebody was able to stay up. Medicare was able to stay up somehow.
So
And then Kersha's second stream stayed up.
yes, because everyone's stream got struck down. Who was and we were all using Trump's like live stream, Trump's own live stream. So I'm pretty sure, and I finally got around to getting YouTube to tell me who the fuck struck, killed my stream because I was like you didn't tell me who, you didn't give me a strike, you just
Yeah.
killed the stream. Why? Who? Why? Tell me
Who
who
did
and
this?
why. It was apparently CNN. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna forward this to the Trump war room real fast. It's not. It's
It
not.
wasn't their stream.
It was not their stream. I was not using their stream. No one was
They
using their
don't have the
stream.
rights to it.
Everyone was using the Trump stream because Trump wanted everyone to see it.
Yeah.
You know, so I know Trump didn't strike it down. There was no commentary on it. It was just a straight live stream. There
Yeah.
was no logo stuff, no nothing.
It was just a raw feed that was going out to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there you are. Like I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna forward this over. Like, hey, these people tried stopping your stream and making you look bad. I'm not saying you should sue them. I'm just saying you have already sued someone for $10 billion, and they're trying to settle, and they're not they're not doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would feel bad, but I don't. I don't feel bad at all. Video game companies are suddenly shuddering at the fact that DEI is not popular.
Well, that it's hard to shift when development cycles take years.
Oops. Oops. So,
Or I mean, it was already hard enough to shift. I think Halo 2 had a 2-year development cycle, 30 years ago.
I want to say 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years.
I think 2 years. But now now sequels take 5 years.
But they also started working on Halo 2 like a month after Halo 1 was out.
Yeah. Halo had a 3-year development. Halo 2 had a 3-year development cycle.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So it's already hard enough to do anything when you have a 3-year development cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And now a lot of games, like, how long has the new Dragon Age been in the tank?
God, a decade?
A decade? A lot of these games have been started a decade ago.
So, good luck, everyone. Ubisoft is trying very hard to fix their issues before their new game comes out, and apparently people played the preview and it was just full of bugs, and
That doesn't surprise me.
So everyone's just like, you sat there and you delayed the game to fix bugs, but it's still a buggy mess.
Still a buggy mess. Oops.
Oh. You know what really bothers me about this is they already have a system and a game a game engine that they use. And they have a basic formula that they use for these games. They've had 4 of these same style of Assassin's Creed games at this point.
Yes.
And you had Origins, Odyssey, the Viking one, and like one other one that was like a mini game. Yeah, the Valhalla, and then you had like one more like mini one in between Valhalla and Odyssey. I can't remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah.
But you've had plenty of time to perfect this. You've had plenty of time to get this running, so you can just insert assets and call it a day and just put in your writing and stuff. But instead, you keep starting over from the bottom up for some god awful reason.
For some reason.
All right.
And it makes less sense because, like, since the beginning of the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 era, with the exception of Switch, everything has been the Windows development stack. Even PlayStation has been the Windows development stack. It has been Intel with an AMD GPU or an NVIDIA GPU, but for consoles, AMD GPU and DirectX.
Yep.
For everything, it's been DirectX on Intel. and they keep fucking it up.
I don't know how. I do not know how. I am genuinely surprised each time they screw it up. I'm just
They
like,
keep
how?
yeah like they take the engine and they modify it, but they don't carry modifications over. They do their own thing each time. They do something new each time, which introduces new bugs.
Not really. It's not even anything that new. Like it's like, okay, you changed one aspect of the overall game. Why did it
And
take you a
somehow you
decade to
introduce
work
a whole
this?
bunch of new bugs with it. You
Mhm.
carry none of your bug fixes over, or you somehow broke them all.
I don't even know. I could not even begin to tell you.
Now,
This is
sometimes
just
you can change one little thing and it's a cascading effect because you didn't understand your bug fix. I've been there.
I've
I've been
never
there.
done that.
I've been there sitting through my code asking, how the fuck does this work? Which idiot wrote this? Oh, I'm the idiot.
Remember, every single one of my things that says, listen, no one knows how this works, don't touch it. You might think you can fix this. You can't.
Yeah,
Don't.
don't.
Like I have seen more than a few like notes on like really big, stupidly large projects in like Fortune 500 companies where it says, "Do not touch this." You might think you can fix or optimize this. You can't.
You
Don't.
can't. Have you ever looked at the have you ever looked at the
Half-Life notes. Yes.
not it wasn't Half-Life, it was Team Fortress 2 Codebase.
I mean that one too.
That now um someone did a dramatic reading of the comments on that, and a lot of the comments are I have no idea how this works, or this is a horrific hack that shouldn't work but it does. I need to fix this later, but I don't have time to fix it. Too bad. Or this is ugly as hell but it works. Too bad.
I have been there. I have done that. But you know that's the difference. It's they were more worried about making it work than making it pretty.
Pretty, yeah.
And that's what mattered there. And now I'm not sure if these developers are even looking at their fucking notes. I'm not sure if they're even looking at what's there because it's not. Nothing's working correctly.
Yeah.
It's all one big mess. One big freaking mess.
Even
Ninja
rushing your
Gaiden.
code, even when you're rushing your code, you should be documenting what your functions fucking do. Like even if
Ninja
I don't know how this works, but this is what this does.
In surprising news, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I think that came out today or yesterday. Because I'm seeing lots of people with playthrough videos on Twitter,
Yeah.
and they're all like, hey guys, DOA booby physics are back." Because the one girl character in Ninja Gaiden 2 had the DOA booby physics, which if you don't know what that is, watch the VTuber Awards. It's Lumi's chest. I'm not joking. I was like, I love DOA. This is the best game that's ever come out.
Well,
Darren, this is the VTuber Awards. Don't care.
well, we knew that they were back. They were back somehow, and some companies never went away. Like we got a DOA game that had them still for the past year.
DOA 6 did not have them. DOA 6 did not have them.
Not DOA
Uh,
6, but there was a DOA Extreme that had them.
yes, yeah.
So they didn't fully go away. And then you have Falcom, that every time they release a Trails game, Rishia's chest gets bigger. I am not. Have you played Daybreak? No, you haven't.
Have you seen her mother? It only makes sense.
Rishia's mother?
Yes.
Rishia doesn't have it. Who are you thinking of?
Alyssa?
No, you were thinking of Alicia. I was saying Rishia. The assassin from Crossbell. You're playing as your right now.
There's
The
a lot of
dancer?
assassins. Oh, okay. No, her chest is supposed to be huge.
It gets bigger every game.
It's supposed to.
And it's got so bad that in Daybreak, her arms clip through her model.
Listen, I need you to understand something very, very,
Every
very important. Her
every
her her, her
every
power
game they get bigger.
her
And
power
so
literally
do the leaves from Crossbow. Every time she appears in the game, they're bigger. What are they drinking in Crossbow?
I'm trying to explain something. Her
Even what's her
power
face, who was initially a flat tomboy, has a chest now.
her power gathers in her chest. If you notice, when you first meet her, it's like, okay, that's kind of big. And then as the story progresses in Zero, you kind of go, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, one of her canon powers is she can change her body.
Yes.
That's why everyone thinks she's a dude and when she's in her assassin's outfit in Zero.
Yes.
Meanwhile in Daybreak, she doesn't even wear an assassin's outfit. She just wears her usual outfit with a mask.
Yep.
But everyone knows it's Risha. Everybody knows. They just won't say her name, but everyone knows who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Except Neil
Now,
won't because he hasn't played Zero or Azure.
yep. I am in the middle of 3 right now. Whenever I get around to finishing that.
Okay, you just went back and gonna redo 3 and then redo 4.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
that's
because
actually a good way to do it.
mostly because I don't remember what the fuck happened in 3. I
Well,
walked in the 4 and I was like, fuck.
3 is a lot better when you've played Zero and Azure. Because so
Yes.
much of 3, and so is 3 and 4 are so much better when you've played the Crossbell games because you know what the fuck is going on.
See, my problem right now is I'm only getting like 2 hours of gameplay in, usually right before I go to sleep, because it's
Yeah,
too damn
that's me
cold.
right now.
And I'm like, and which unfortunately in 3 there's so much exposition in the first fucking.
There's so much because it's like, okay, here's what happened in the past couple of years.
Yeah, there's so much. So I'm just like, I'm behind on everything. Let's see here. Anything else going on in the news? The 1.5 update for Zenless Zone is done. They are now putting in the older characters that you missed. You can
You can
swing
finally get them.
for yeah, like they have a new character who is an ether based, who does singing, and there aren't a lot of ether based characters. So I was like, okay, that's cool, but she's an ether based support, and I'm going, I already have Nicole. I don't need another ether based support. And if I get rid of Nicole for her, I lose my 3-party synergy. So the synergy increases your attack and your
Yeah.
HP for each every character you have that either has the same element or is part of the same team. And right now, my main team is my police girl, who is a DPS ether based character. I have for my stunner, who is the person who breaks shields and stuns people, is
Yeah.
Andy, who is a electric type attack person who is not on the police force, so she doesn't synergize with her. My last person is Nicole. She's ether based support type, but Andy and Nicole are the same team, so that's one synergy. And you put what's it called? The two ether based characters. That's the second synergy. Gives you 3-character synergy, which is what you want. So I'm looking at this. I'm going, that's cool. We have a new character. She's part of a brand new, different team that they haven't shown us yet. She's worthless to me. But they did have the Shark Girl, who I'm just like, I finally I've been trying to get a DPS ice person forever. I missed the Fox Girl. I was very sad. I kept pulling for the Fox Girl. I couldn't pull her.
Couldn't pull.
No, I kept
Not
pulling.
all of us are whales.
No. I managed to get every other Fox character in the Honkai games, but not her. I'm like, fuck. All right, that's fine. It's okay.
Sad face.
Sad face. Single tier. But like I finally got Ellen Joe and immediately rounded out my ice team. My ice team is now stupidly powerful. Ice teams are stupidly powerful. Holy shit, they're stupidly powerful. I was like, holy fuck, this is great. So that's a thing. I have not played the Genshin Impact new update. I've not played Honkai Star Rail new update yet. I am trying. Like I don't have a lot of time in my day here. While I was waiting for you, I was playing Hoonie Pop. Why? Because it was there,
This
and
was there, and
it's literally I can just play a fucking matching game really fast.
yeah, you play Bejeweled, but with boobs.
There are no boobs. There are very few. You have to like do stuff to get two boobs.
True.
Which is why when Disney's like I'm playing Hoonie Pop, I'm going, okay, as long as you don't pull up the pictures, you should be fine.
You should be fine as long as you don't pull up the pictures.
And like whenever she gets the picture, she just has a giant picture of herself first, like a judging picture. And then she opens the picture and goes, okay, I can share this. See you guys. I'm going good, because you don't want to if you pull the wrong picture. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube.
Later.
See you later, YouTube. You know what was funny?
And forever.
Uruka got slammed or copyright struck for playing that supermarket manager game.
Wait, the supermarket manager game, or are you talking about Recitaire?
No, supermarket manager game. There's a supermarket one. There's a card game one. There's a bunch of different ones. I know Hall. I was playing that restaurant one where they're working at McDonald's for some freaking reason, and I was like, guys, you could just work at McDonald's.
You just work at
like you don't like you'll get paid for it. It's the exact same feeling. It sucks.
It sucks. He's gonna suck more in Japan because in Japan one of the things is if the customer requests, you have to smile. Like that's the thing on the menu is a smile is free.
Okay.
It's even in the fucking app when you order at McDonald's in Japan.
There you are.
You have to that if you order delivery, they have to smile to the delivery guy, and they tell the delivery guy that he has to smile to you. And it's an option even in Uber Eats.
Yep.
It is ridiculous.
So if anyone wants to know how little news there is in the world,
we're talking about McDonald's in Japan.
Talking about McDonald's in Japan, and like the most recent news I have on Niche Gamer that isn't like a game review is Matt Walsh complaining about anime. Like I give a fuck.
My trending is just hockey and the COVID lab stuff right now because apparently the CIA released a report.
All I have is
there is
Trump,
nothing interesting.
Is Trump yelling at LA? LA still on fire. Which, by the way, I think I mentioned in the group chat going, they're still on fire. It's been like what, a week and a half.
On fire.
They're still on fire.
Oh, that's cool. Ted DiBiase showed up on Saturday's night's main event on WWE.
Okay.
It's like cool. Oh, Dory Funk Jr. also apparently.
Anyway, so like that's how little news there is. So let's actually get into our news articles.
All right, hackers use Windows RID hijacking to create hidden admin account.
This is so fun that North Korean group, North Korea is starting to beat out our security team. Windows.
North Korean hackers have always been good. Don't you remember how they brought Sony to their knees over the interview? To their knees.
I think that was North Korea, like, what's what I'm looking for? Outsourcing out China at that point.
No, it's been generally understood that North Korean hackers are better because they can. China doesn't have many civil rights, but there's a complete lack of them. And there's raising from birth to be coder shit going on in North Korea.
Gotcha. It's one of those
And if
things.
you flake out, if you flunk out of their program, they put you to flunk out of their program. They put you to work mining shit in WoW and other MMOs.
I have questions
I'm
about
not
being.
joking. That's one of the funding sources for North Korea. Yeah, another
I
big funding source is selling 40-year-old 20 counterfeit 20s, because they actually managed to get a hold of uh, uh, they managed to get a hold of the hardware that the Fed used to print 20s back in the 80s.
how
Shenanigans happened apparently.
I'm assuming someone somewhere sold stuff to North Korea for a lot of money and then, is living very, very graciously in El Salvador.
They're living in a penthouse somewhere in South America, or at the top of Pyongyang Tower, living in a
Look,
golden cage.
look, man, look, if I could live in a nice penthouse in Taiwan, I would. I would until the bomb started dropping, then I'd be out of there.
Yeah.
Until then. Anyway, so the RID is the relative identifier. If you don't know what that is, which is that one of the new two-factor things? I forget what this is.
No, this has been part of NT for a while. It's hooked into it's how Windows identifies user accounts on a low
Okay,
level, and
right.
the level of access the account has.
Okay, it's the stack identifier. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the identifiers.
Yeah.
But what happened was they would get system access, and then they'd be able to create new accounts and go into
Create
um go into
create
the
hidden
registry and add new accounts.
and then hide them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun. People are like, why do you guys know this stuff? This is my current job and something he used to do. So here we are.
Yeah, it's his current job, my old job.
Hmm. Or my what I would like my current job to be if anyone was hiring. I'm tempted the next time someone just fucking dumps me to just see if I could just fishing into the corporation, take control, and then just go, here's my resume to every fucking person. Like, hi,
That's
your
it.
system shit. Here's my resume.
In the 90s, that shit would get you hired immediately. Now it gets you a trip to Leavenworth.
Oh, come on. Come on, listen. They're not looking at my fucking shit. I'm going, listen, if I can break in, you have an issue. You have an issue.
That's that gray hat shit gets you sent to Leavenworth these days.
I'm not doing anything that bad.
There's
I'm
no
just
Everyone assumes hackers are paid, or they're foreign adversaries. There's no fun hackers anymore.
oh, there's plenty of fun hackers. We just don't play with anyone else. We only play with each other at this
Even it,
point.
even anonymous only comes out to make a political point, and that's not playful. That's political. That's hacking for political action. So that's terrorism.
Yeah, I'm
By
not. I'm not.
definition, that's violence for. By definition, that's violence for political. For a political purpose, which is terrorism.
All I'm looking for is a job. And at this point, I'm just really tired of hiring managers being like, you're just not the right fit. I'm going, maybe I should just break into your system and prove to you I am. Just to make the point.
Friendly. I am not an attorney. Don't do that. Just friendly advice. Don't do that.
Friendly advice. I know I shouldn't do that. I'm just really fucking tired. It's been 6 months of this nonsense at this point.
It's um and it's a weird if you were trying to break into if you're trying to break into being a federal employee, it's a weird time to get
Oh no
hired.
no no no. I'm not trying to be a federal employee. Like
I'm just saying that from what I'm hearing, like they're getting ready to do a bunch of hiring because they're getting ready to do a bunch of firing.
Yeah. So I don't. First of all, um, on the VA job boards, the entire thing got wiped out.
Yep.
All federal jobs were wiped out, completely removed, and a lot of these were put up in the last in like January 3rd, 4th.
Because the year clicked over, so a
Mhm.
lot of terms and hiring periods began.
Yep, and
But then the
they all.
administration changed, and Trump's rapidly changing how a lot of stuff works.
Mhm. So what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna because I don't expect those things to reopen until beginning of February, and then I will in fact start putting out stuff for that because it does take 4 to 6 months for them to freaking get through all that.
Let things settle down a little bit.
I can put in my resume. It will still take 4 to 6 months, 4 to 6
Yeah.
months for them to actually get things going, which is going to be an annoying process.
Yep.
That's just the way it's going to be. But once that's done and over with, wherever I end up, I end up. I don't really care. All right, what's our next article?
Let's see. Screw you, ad. Oh, Diamond went out of business. Oh, it's going out of
So,
business.
oh yeah, it actually filed for bankruptcy, I believe.
Yep.
So
Chapter 11.
before anyone starts clapping loudly, Chapter 11 is a normal thing that happens. What's when businesses are on the back foot. This is a normal thing. It happens fairly often. A lot of businesses file for
Go through
Chapter 11.
Chapter 11.
I think it's
Chapter,
Chapter 7 is the big one.
chapter 7 is a complete liquidation.
Yeah, that is the big one. But Diamond has been screwing up massively, especially after losing the major Marvel and DC contracts.
Yeah,
Um,
Diamond went from a monopoly um to being nobody pretty
uh,
quickly.
yeah, because during COVID, Diamond wasn't delivering very often, and DC and Marvel used that time to diversify to their own distributors because they found it to be cheaper than to go through Diamond. This in turn Diamond has always been a huge piece of shit when it comes to delivering comics. I've heard this repeatedly from people who own comic book stores. I've seen this pretty often. Um, you could only get certain comic book covers if you ordered X amount of comics.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't give it to you,
Yep.
which was
And then you
ridiculous.
end up with stock that you can't sell.
And it just sits in the back room. And if you have stock, you have to go in and put it on your taxes, which is annoying. Which adds on to the overall cost. It ends up becoming a huge issue. These are pretty common things. Diamond in the post-COVID era, after losing the Marvel and DC, most of the Marvel and DC comics, I think nearly all of them, um, was of course still distributing various other comic books, Image, Dynamite, Arctic Press, what have you.
Yeah.
But they weren't delivering them fairly often. A lot of comics were not being delivered. They were closing down warehouses. Uh, Comic book uh, stores were not getting their packages, or they were getting the wrong packages. Like
That's
everything
normal
was
Diamond
just
things.
like normal Diamond things. But now that Diamond isn't the sole proprietor, the smaller publishers are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Like you've been around forever. We expect you to be somewhat professional, and they were like, blah 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 blah. We're Diamond. Who else are you going to use? Well, they found other
Well,
people to use.
exactly. Other people got into the game because Diamond was effing up, and they weren't the monopoly anymore.
So, I think what we're seeing a lot here is a lot of lazy companies are learning that you can't be lazy. You have to listen to your customers when you are fucking up badly. You have to adjust accordingly. You see this fairly often, especially amongst these I want to say captured corporations because Diamond has always been a piece of shit corporation. It always has been as
Yeah.
far back as I can remember. But because they were the only game in town, people kind of just let it slide. Like, what are you gonna do? And I just kind of sat there and I'm going, people kept trying to make comic books to distributors, but they couldn't get enough publishers to jump on board because everyone wanted to be where Marvel and DC was.
Yeah.
After Marvel and DC left, why are we here? Why am I spending tons of money for stocking and warehouse fees?
Exactly.
So there we are. Now, I don't feel even a little bit bad about this, but I will say this. I was right again, Joe Quesada. I was right again. I was right again. I was right again.
Now, if you can only get unbanned from New York Comic Con.
I'm not banned, but if I go there, someone's going to punch me in the nose. There's a difference. It's not that I'm banned, it's that someone's going to hit me. I'll be dragged into one of the various dark back rooms of the Javits Center and beaten like in one of those Las Vegas movies. Mr. Quesada says hello.
Go, bring a bodyguard with you, so you don't get snatched like that.
I'm a pretty big dude. Who the fuck's gonna bodyguard for me?
I mean, even top flight, I'm pretty sure The Rock has a bodyguard when he go, and he's a huge dude right now. I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about profile, but I mean like
stature. Yeah.
He's enhanced. Let's just say.
Yeah. Anyway, next article.
So if you have a 3000 series GPU, NVIDIA is probably bringing frame generation to your old hardware.
Yay!
So yeah, they're launching for the 5000 series, but they're bringing this back to the 30 series. This new tech, which means it's a software invention, not a hardware. Not a hardware thing.
That's fine.
But yeah, that's kind of cool that they're actually going back and like adding features in. Usually don't see that, especially from NVIDIA. Especially NVIDIA, who's charging like 1,500. How much is the 5090 launch price?
1,800 last time I checked. Of course, I think that was speculation. I'm not sure if that's the actual price.
It is $199.99. $2,000 for a GPU.
Okay, so the speculation was actually less than. That's weird because normally the speculation is higher than what the actual price is.
Yeah, this is per Tom's guide, and they. What the fuck, man? That's how much. That's now 5090's prosumer, but that's used to be like when they would slot in the Titan for that generation, which they're not doing a Titan anymore. So I guess 5090 is the Titan, but that's where they used to slot in. This is both gaming and this is hardcore compute.
Mm-hmm.
And 5090 is still like you can do compute, but this is gaming.
I'm not sure why they're doing it like that. That's a new one for me. Because very often I need the computational power, especially with a lot of what I'm doing. So it's like I need that.
Well, all the RTX cards have the compute capability, but they're
all
set
gaming.
up to be gaming first.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you don't get any gaming capability if you go with the other brand. What used to be whatchamacallit. I'm trying to remember what
the Radeon?
No, not Radeon. Radeon is AMD. I'm trying to think of the other brand for NVIDIA. Um,
I have no clue.
they're, they're non-GeForce brand. What was it called?
I've never used it, so I don't know.
I used to have to support them when I worked at FDA because they used them
Um,
all the time.
and I will say I thought my GPU was going out because my like I'd be sitting there and like my PC was still on, but like I'd lose all connection on my monitors. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? No, it's my power strip for that one had apparently burned out,
Oops.
and like I was just like, what the fuck? But I didn't realize it until I was sitting there, and I thought my heater was like bad because like I smelled burning electronics one day. I'm like, no, it's the fucking power strip.
It's the power strip.
Power
Oops.
strip had burned out. I was like, oh, okay. So that was the issue. I was like, 'cause I was sitting there because I had unplugged and moved the heater out because I didn't like the smell of the burning electronics. And like following, I'm like, I still smell burning electronics. Well, what the fuck? I gave like a day or two. I'm like, I can still fucking smell it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's this. And now I don't have the fucking weird on off thing anymore. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's good. I thought my GPU was dying, and I was like, oh, it has barely been over a year and a half. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm very happy about this because the 3000 series still works on most games. I don't like people can sit here and tell me you don't understand the pure power and bliss of blah blah blah. Like, listen, buddy, I don't see the difference. I don't see the fucking difference. The difference is so minuscule to me that I don't care, and very often the difference is something I hate. There's too much shit in the game. Pull it back.
Chill out, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, I don't need that much power to play Castlevania.
And what I was looking for, the brand I was looking for is Quadro.
Quadra. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long ass time.
That's because they dropped the Quadro name, but they still put out GPUs that are of that type. They're just marked RTX, some big number. That's not, and it doesn't have any GeForce branding.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
I cannot.
there's RTX 4000, whatever.
Magfest is going on right now, and I've seen more than a couple VTubers complaining that they did not get a ticket prior, and they're just like, "Where I'm here, but I don't have a ticket. What am I supposed to do?" I'm going, leave.
Leave. They sold out. They
They
sold
sold
out
out.
pre-show.
They sold out a lot. Like, why the fuck didn't you buy a ticket prior? Why'd you wait this fucking long?
Yeah, why'd you wait?
All right, why did you wait till like Friday of, Saturday of?
Like, did they
My
think that, oh, I'm content, so they're gonna let me in?
No. No one's that fucking stupid. Well, they might be. I don't know. No one's that fucking stupid.
You'd be surprised.
I hope not. Like I can't deal with much more stupid. I can't do it. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. All right, what's the next article?
Our last article is the founder of chatbot startup Game On is indicted for fraud in San Francisco.
So this is this is a guy who has a company. I think it was originally called On Platform. He has a chatbot that's used by uh, sports teams and several other luxury brands. If you don't know, chatbots are generally used for people who are looking for support, for merchandise, and various other things like that. They're used pretty often on Facebook. If you've ever messaged a company on Facebook regarding something,
You probably talked to
that's
their chatbot.
usually like even I have a chat bot. Like it's not a huge thing. Um, but this man lied about several things, mostly one being the amount of income that they had on hand or were making, how much revenue they had. He lied about which companies were signed on with him.
The
It
words they
was
used in the indictment is brazen and wide-ranging.
yes. You well
Fraud for $60 million.
he printed out bank statements that were fraudulent. They weren't real bank statements.
Yeah, that'll get the SEC up your ass.
Yeah, that'll normally do it. And
See, 23 charges including fraud, securities fraud, conspiracy, identity threat, theft, and an obstruction charge for hiding it.
yep. And his wife, the lawyer of the company,
That's a
facilitated
bad
and helped.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
don't want
do
to be
not
married to your lawyer.
listen. One, you don't want to be married to your lawyer, and you don't want to work in the same company as your lawyer. The two, or your wife as your lawyer. You should separate
Yes.
that. Separate that.
Like you should have internal counsel, but so you don't have to pay this when you have to for every little thing. You don't have to pay the $300 an hour to outside counsel.
Mm-hmm. But it probably should not be your wife.
Should not be your wife.
Yeah, just a general thought, because your wife
And
might
they
be
said
stupid.
no one should hire their wives as external counsel.
No, that's also a dumb idea. All right, I believe that's everything.
Oh, they even faked an audit from PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Wow.
Oof. That's some Enron shit right there.
Remember, we didn't learn shit from Enron except how to hide it better. That's what we learned from Enron.
That's what we learned from Enron.
We learned from Enron. People are like, no, but Enron got in trouble. Yes, they did.
And people learned how to hide it from how they got caught.
Yeah, and because a lot of people who got in trouble weren't the people who were doing it, and the people who were doing it didn't get in trouble.
So,
It's amazing how
anywho,
that works. Let me just pull up the old X here. Why do I have any notifications? Oh, it's Peppa's live.
see, I have hockey notifications. Why is Randy Quaid trending? Bullshit. Okay, that's why he's trending.
Poor Orica. Poor Orica. Orica shared her the clothes she wore in college, and everyone's response was, "Do you know how to dress yourself?"
No, she doesn't.
It's all really dorky boy clothes, and I'm like, listen, if you were a dude, I'd be like, okay, all right, like you grew out of this eventually, right?
Right?
But as a girl, it's like, okay, all right, you're a lesbian, right? It's like, I'm not a
That's what.
lesbian. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
She had the Tea Turtle Batman shirt, but also a Batman hoodie with the mask.
Oh,
And I'm just like, are you sure? Are you sure you're not a lesbian?
It's like that's even worse. That's like as a dude, that's like okay, you're a little bit weird. You grew out
It's
of this, right?
like in like college as like a young 20 something. Okay, all right, dude, I get it. You are quirky. You'll grow out of this. You'll learn how to wear a suit. You'll learn how to wear normal clothes. Like, do I have graphic tees? Yes. Do I wear them constantly? No. In fact, I think most t-shirts I have don't have anything on them anymore. They're just t-shirts.
I still have. I'm a little bit younger than you, but I still mostly wear graphics tees.
I have graphic tees. I don't wear them as often as I used to. Most
I
of my
wear a lot
t-shirts
more.
are just blank. But
I wear a lot more
it's
polo shirts, though.
it's also a matter of price. I'm just like no one's gonna give a fuck about my graphic tee that much. I'm just going to go ahead and just buy a pack of t-shirts for $20 as
For
opposed to
$20.
buying one t-shirt for $20.
Yeah, there's that. That's why I've got a lot more blank T-shirts as
Mm-hmm.
since these past couple of years because, well, when you don't have an income, money doesn't go as far.
Pretty much.
You gotta make things stretch.
I gotta do stuff, but like that's over and done with. I've got but yeah, but Sheena apparently watched it, and she's just like, why? And so if you don't know, Sheena also was a model at one point when she was younger.
Oh,
So
oh,
Sheena's just and like Sheena goes to Korea and immediately starts showing us outfits that she bought in Korea so she could go and wear them around. And I'm just like, this is very girly. I like this because it seems very girly and simple, and it's a simple joy. Okay, great. Are we going to play Batman now? I'm a simple man. Like, okay, I will let you get your girly thing out so we can sit there and play Batman.
but now it's to the point. It's like get her to Sheena.
Well, Leah is like the fashionista of Phase. She's got all the style. Even her weird outfits are like funny, haha weird. Like she has a bootleg Five Nights at Freddy's Mexican T-shirt. It's Cinco Los Noches in Federico con Alfredo.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
it is like and like you see the T-shirt and you kind of go, that is so bootleg and Mexican. I love it. Like I'm just like I get it. I understand. I also would have bought this T-shirt because it's clearly a Five Nights at Freddy's, but because it's a Mexican bootleg, Federico con Alfredo. Anyway,
Uh,
there's nothing else really going on in the world.
nothing.
Everyone's only talking about ice raids and other stuff. Oh, and people, for the love of God, stop posting where ice has checkpoints on the internet where everyone can see it, because we can just turn you into Homeland Security for $300. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, don't. You can keep doing it. I'm gonna just keep getting that $300. The choice is yours,
Oh,
really.
oh boy. There's gonna
What
be
you got?
there's gonna be fighting tomorrow night.
Why? What happened?
DC Commanders fans and Redskins fans have invaded Philly for tomorrow. For tomorrow's playoff game.
Okay.
Philly's not a place you go you go root for the away team.
Philly's not a place you go where you root for the home team. Okay. Telling me there's fighting in Philly, I'm like, okay.
I'm saying there's going to be because they're just pictures of like on every city block as people
I
in front of
need
hotels. It's
I
just
need you to
burning cold.
understand. I need you to understand something about Phillies sports team fans.
I know. People are going to be pissed at Link
No.
tomorrow.
It doesn't matter. They were gonna fight. It doesn't matter. Their team couldn't have been in the playoffs. They were gonna be fighting.
True. They did do Santa Claus. They did, Eagles jail was a thing.
There was a fucking judge in the Phillies fucking stadium, just right there.
So that when guys got arrested for being drunk in public and fighting, they could be processed that night and released to go back to watching the game by the end of halftime.
Oh, I don't even know what to say anymore about this nonsense. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They're doing a He-Man live action series, and the main character they have playing is gonna be like this really twinky looking Mexican dude.
No.
And I saw this and I was just like, listen, you could have brought in Joe Hendry. Yeah. You could have had this is the kind of stuff you look at wrestlers, you go, I want that guy. Because
Yes.
all He-Man is just wrestling with swords. That's all it is.
Um,
You got
you could
oiled
have
up,
had what's his
rippling muscle
name?
dude.
You could have had what's his name? Who's feuding with Punk? McIntyre. Perfect
Yes,
guy. His
would have been
gimmick
great.
even has him coming out with a sword right now. All he needs to do is dye his hair blonde, and he's the perfect guy.
Pretty much, you're set. And if you wanted a Twinkie looking person, that's Prince Adam. Prince Adam isn't ripped until he pulls the sword out and says, "I have the power." You know, that's fine. We have like canon stuff as to why that's a thing. And while in the original 70s He-Man thing, everyone was ripped because, trying to change character design was a huge pain in the ass.
Like the only way I see this working is like they do like a year, like a 2-year production process. Is like, okay, you're Adam we're gonna do this now with you as Adam, and now we're gonna put you on gear. But
You
even
know they're not
then,
going to do that.
if you have a twink body, you're still gonna look like a twink. You're just gonna look
Yep.
like a twink with
Muscles.
C grade abs.
Congratulations. You are the you're the featherweight champion of the world. Congrats.
Congratulations.
No, you need a heavyweight. You need someone with some muscle. You need a
Yeah.
big dude. And there's plenty of big dudes who would do corny fucking acting. It's called wrestling.
Yeah. You
This
call
this is this is
this is when you call up WWE, or you call it, or
AEW or whoever.
WWE and UFC are in the same company right now. So this is when you call up TKO, or you call up AEW.
Mm-hmm. You call up one of them and go, "Hey, I'm looking for someone who would be good for this, this, and this. Is there anyone who is going to be a little behind or a little bit off of schedule on contract in the next year or two?" I'm not saying like completely remove someone completely out of wrestling, but maybe they have a bad injury, maybe they have stuff going on at home, something where they can't be on the road constantly.
I mean, for Christ's sake, Cena's in his retirement tour right now,
Mm-hmm.
and has been in other. He's already shown that he can act.
Yep. His work in Peacemaker has been wonderful. I've loved it. All right. What do you want? This is what wrestling was made for these corny little fucking things.
Yeah, this is this is.
Hulk
This is
Hogan had Tropic Thunder, the weird thing where he was a boat captain for some reason.
For some reason.
For some fucking reason, I'm like, Hulk Hogan, yeah, big strong guy. Why is he fighting people on a boat? And like, he wasn't fighting people; he was just on the boat chasing people down. I'm like, what is this?
What is this?
What? This is Knight Rider, but with a boat and Hulk Hogan.
It wasn't Tropic Thunder. It was Thunder
It
in
was Tropic.
Paradise.
Is it Thunder in Paradise? It was Tropic Thunder.
Thunder in Paradise.
Anyway, I thought it was the same name as Ben
No,
Stiller's. No, okay.
it was Thunder in Paradise, because that's where the WCW got the name for WCW Thunder,
Okay.
to refer to that, because the Turner property.
Gotcha. Anyway,
Anyhow,
I have nothing else going on at all. Let's see here. My trending page, AEW Collision, Ice Raids, Judges, Trump.
okay, Gura's trending.
That's because she has a new outfit.
That's
All right. So you will get one Gura stream this year, at least one,
You'll get one.
at least one. Yay for you. I'm sure she'll do a couple of collaborations in between, but you'll get at least one Gura stream.
You get one Gura stream.
All right.
See, I see Pippa fishing and yapping.
Yep. Sheena was online when we first started. I don't know what she's doing.
Wrestling's going on. The 24 Hours of Daytona is going on. Ricada pleaded out. That's nothing's going on.
There's nothing like we normally discuss on. I've got
Yeah.
Tom Homan, Trump IRS, Tom Homan, ice rates. Like there's no one cares about anything but this right now. Like the entirety of American news is stuck on Trump. And I don't blame them because he's done so much crap in like a week. They can't keep up with this poor man. He
Nope.
just keeps going. I think that's really the worst part. Like he's not even slowing down. They try to trip him up with something. He goes, "Yeah, you wait till tomorrow." What else we got? There's absolutely bullshit. Nothing.
Like most of my feed right now is sports ball
Most of
and
my
wrestling.
feed is ice and VTubers and Magfest, but it's all like people crying they don't have tickets and they like spend a lot of money to be at the Gaylord. Maybe you should buy your tickets next
You
time.
bought your tickets, dude.
I spent a lot of money to be here, but you didn't buy a fucking badge.
Fucked up.
Me, like once you know you have your hotel room, you should buy your badge.
You should buy your badge.
Like I get not getting the badge till you confirm hotel room. I've been there. I've done that.
But once you have your hotel room, you should buy the badge.
Mm-hmm.
Not wait for that because people will get hotels in Alexandria and shit.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Sorry. So there was a very old. You remember the old Nintendo cartoon that had the like Nintendo Kid and Mega Man, Princess, and what have you?
I wasn't alive for it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, apparently it came out on DVD, and people are showing the difference between the DVDs and like the original film negatives, and the DVDs are just ass.
Oh,
Like I don't know who did the conversion, but they had a really dirty tape because this shit is dark as fuck, and like the original negatives are like super crisp.
oof.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Share with the class.
Autism to the extreme in 15 minutes.
Share with the class.
Niana and Jelly are playing Minecraft together.
Ah,
Extra autism, extreme autism. This is gonna be
oh
more
boy.
autistic than when Pippa played with Jelly.
Oh boy.
And Pippa playing with Jelly, I'm just like, Pippa's like an older sister and going, what the fuck? And Jelly's going, you're so old.
Excuse me.
Listen, I found out recently I'm 2 feet taller than Jelly. I'm like, I can't be 2 feet taller than you. I refuse this reality. You are a midget.
How are you this small?
You are a midget. You should not be this small. It's not exactly 2 feet, but it's close enough. It's close enough. 2 inches is not going to kill me, but yeah. Anyway, this has been the Geek Posium. I do not have an outro for you guys, mostly because I don't have an outro for you guys.
Nothing happened, so things got pushed.
I got busy with other stuff, so
There's that as well.
yeah, and there we are. But I also started playing around on Blender because I could, and yeah, stuff happened.
Stuff happened.
If I get this right, no one will have to worry about shit. If I don't get this right, no one's gonna fucking care. But if I do have this right, you know what I will have that no one else will have.
What?
The ability to fucking make assets for my stupid fucking people when they ask for them. If they have a 3D model.
Just do it. Just do it yourself.
I mean, that's how I do most things at this point. Why? Because everyone else is too fucking lazy or too fucking stupid.
Oof.
That's where I am in life. I'm just very angry. Anyway, apparently Gargura's outfit's happening today, like right now. So have yourself a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Later.